Welcome to 760 Sports. I'm Eduardo Espinosa, and today's episode, we're going to keep it here local in the high desert. That's why I brought a special guest, Carlos Soberanes. Carlos, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm really happy to be on this channel, and I'm really excited to talk about this today.
And what we're going to talk about is we've talked in other episodes about who's been the greatest of all time, what can we expect in certain sports, but we're going to keep it local, and we're going to talk about who's the greatest athlete to come out of the high desert where we are from. So, Carlitos, who's been the best high desert athlete?
So I've been kind of looking into this stuff the last couple of days, and it's kind of been interesting. And I'm sorry if I butchered the name, but the guy that I have is Dan Henderson, and he was from Victor Valley High School, which is actually pretty cool. He represented the United States in the Greco-Roman wrestling division from 92 and in the 96 Olympics. So that's very much impressive. Later became a big-time MMA fighter as well. He's currently in the Pride Fighting Championships, and he's obviously been in the UFC for a while, so that's also impressive. So the fact that a guy like him can go from the Olympics and into UFC, but he's definitely an incredible athlete. I know that for sure. And in such a pretty good span from a backwater, I guess you could say a very out there state or city it's very impressive to me.
So my pick would be Aaron Long, the center back of New York Red Bulls. He was born in Oak Hills, California in 1992. Right now, currently 27 years old. He attended Toronto High School, a fellow MRL, Mojave River League rival of ours, where Sultana graduates, for those of you that don't know. He also attended local college, UC Riverside, where he played Division I soccer. And then he went through the whole U.S. soccer pyramid, being drafted by the Portland Timbers in the second round. What makes him, in my opinion, the best high desert athlete? Well, he made his first team debut in an international competition with the Red Bulls in the CONCACAF Champions League against Alianza FC, the game they tied 1-1. 2017 was his breakout season. He played 41 matches and thus became a regular starter for the New York franchise. And in November 7th, 2018 was a special day for Aaron when he was named the the 2018 MLS Defender of the Year. And keep this in mind, he's only played in the league for 2 years, and that got him a chance to be called up to the U.S. men's national team on September 2nd, 2018 in an international match against Peru. And now he was part of the 2019 CONCACAF Gold Cup squad, which ultimately lost in the final against Mexico. In that tournament, he scored his first international goals, 2 of them against Trinidad and Tobago. That tournament catapulted him to another level that got him offers from European teams.
Definitely, and like you said, I mean, the sky's the limits for him. He has a lot of years left to play for him. He's still very much impressive, and like you said, he can go anywhere. He can carve out his own legacy with a lot of great teams. And the fact that he can definitely play with some of the best European teams in the league, with some of the best players out there, definitely impressive. And would very much be glad to have him on the channel one day.
We know how this community is, the high desert. We're very attached to it, and so much that not many people go out and find tremendous success like these 2 examples, these 2 individuals have. Why do you think that is?
Well, it's kind of like the fact that not every place is built equally, and the fact here is that when you're raised up here in the high desert, there's a lot of difficulties with the place. It's not that great in terms of school-wise. There's not that many incredible programs. There's very few chances that a talent might see you out here. And again, the fact that it's out here in the desert, most people don't really consider athletes to come from deserts. They expect them to be from like the middle class or like better communities. But the fact that these 2 men had drives to allow them to compete and eventually, span their careers to eventually go on to have impressive, performances. I mean, from both competing with European teams, representing the United States, as well as, going into the UFC. The fact that they were able to do it, especially from where we are, it definitely is impressive. It gives you that drive. And they definitely set examples for everybody who wants to achieve their dreams. Go out and do it, because anybody can do it, even if you are from, let's say from a major city to a suburban unknown.
So an honorable mention would have been obviously the breakout boxer. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with him, Ryan Garcia. Just like Aaron, he's still 21. He can still develop into one of the great ones, especially having Oscar de la Hoya by his side, as well as Canelo. Having them together, I feel like that would be great. And then just that exposure, like you ask, where is he from? Where's Victorville? Then that puts us on the map.
Like, it's kind of like these people that eventually create their own legacies that, it's impressive. I mean, like you said, in his boxing career, he's had 20 total fights. He's had 20 wins, 17 of them by KO, and that's impressive. He's yet to lose a fight. And the fact that, he's been able to do that, it definitely puts, recognition not only to Victorville, but also Hesperia. The fact that if you can perform at a great level and you can represent yourself and stand out like these men have in the UFC, boxing, and in soccer, you can definitely make a name for yourself. Because I know that there's also, professional actors who've also come from here. But if you're an athlete and you make your name out there and they find out where you're from, that could definitely get you a lot of recognition and can definitely, get a city well known to those who not acquainted to where we are or what we believe in.
And before we go, where can we find you at?
Well, I have an Instagram, Carlos Soberanes 33. You type that and you can find me there. I also have a podcast that you can listen to. It's called And It's Good, where I talk about the NFL right now and talk about every division, every team, look at every players overall, and seeing where everybody's going to go this offseason and how the next season for the NFL and beyond will be, and how we can basically root for them.
Thank you for coming in, Carlos, and hope to see you soon once this pandemic is all over with.
Glad to be on here, man. I'm really excited to see where this channel goes, and I'm very happy for you, continuing to make this channel grow and eventually make it better and better. So I'm very happy that you brought me on. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a good day, man.